What up, guys? Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you hear me. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Divine Photos. What up, baby? And as Divine says, hit the like button while you on the way in here. As you coming in, please hit it. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Look, it ain't easy streaming. I tell you that much. I tell you that much. It is not an easy thing. Okay. What up, Classy? Thank you guys. I so appreciate y'all. I honestly do. All right, we gonna go on, jump on into something real quick. What up? I'm seeing everybody in here. How you doing, guys?
Just wants you for an experience. Half the time with pretty women, men don't even take them serious. You're an experience for them. You're a cat in a mouse game for them. Can I get her? Pretty punishment. Getting all this attention from men, they get you, they dog you because of their internal insecurity. They don't even know what to do with a pretty broad half the time. And I'm not saying all men, but that's some of the pretty punishments of it. Pretty privilege. You have access to all these friends, these networks, these groups. Pretty punishment. Are you my real friend? Do you really like me? Do you really care about me? Or do you just like the pretty benefits that comes with me?
What? And of course, it's always this woman right here talking, right? So this is what we got going on right here. So now the women, if it's not y'all's fault, man, now they're saying, well, I'm so pretty, so I'm punished now because I'm pretty. And come on now, let's be honest. We know that when you're pretty, you get away with a little bit more stuff than when you're not. Come on now. Even when it comes into crime shows or anything like that. Remember that lady that wouldn't tell us where her kids was at and they was in the backyard? They said that lady was a nice looking woman. Even the detectives are saying that. If that was Precious, they would have put her underground. We know how pretty privilege is working. So I don't understand why we are coming out here and saying, oh, it's because I'm pretty, I can't get nobody. It's because I'm pretty, I intimidate men. Come on now. The guys are not thinking that. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense, right, Classy? It doesn't make sense at all. And of course, and now she's a victim. Come on now. This where we're at right here. Look at her. Like this woman is crazy, okay? This is TikTok. TikTok all day long. TikTok. It's always those pictures too. This is her her
No
pet.
judgment.
Oh, that's loud.
So my hoes, I love you too.
Where do you get a whole leopard cat suit from in the boots? Ladies, men keep telling y'all quit wearing that leopard and tiger and all them crazy animal stripes. It's just, why is that y'all's go-to?
Whole phase. Let's discuss it. I'm conflicted. My episode just dropped about a whole phase and if it's necessary. A part of me feels like a whole phase is very much necessary.
It's not.
Then the other part of me feels like a whole phase is not necessary.
The point that she is saying that she thinks a whole phase is necessary. At what time would a whole phase ever be necessary? But see, this was what the problem is, right? You think that you need a whole phase, right? And then you be mad. You'll be mad when you're in your 20s. I mean, your 30s. You're gonna be angry when you get up there because now you done went up there and had fun and well, at least you thought it was fun until you all used up. Till you all used up. Look, and of course, it's always these. It's always these women right here on the beach with each other with nobody else. On the beach. Why y'all gotta be on the beach? Gotta be on the beach in swimming suits and bikinis doing a naked slinky. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, but Classy said, I've seen a lot better than her. Look, the neck tattoos all day long. I mean, come on. Lee says high mileage. This is wild to me. I mean, do they realize that as they get older, like social media does not go away. So even when you 50, we're gonna be able to find these pictures with you dancing on the beach. We're gonna be able to find these pictures with you dancing on the beach. I don't understand why they don't understand that. Like, I don't get it. Like, why don't y'all understand that we're gonna be able to see these pictures? We gonna see them. And how y'all gonna explain these?
A part of me feels like a whole phase is very much necessary. Then the other part of me feels like a whole phase is not necessary.
It's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. I just want to go back to what she's saying while she's talking about.
Men just want you for an experience. Half the time with pretty women, men don't even take them serious. You're an experience for them. You're a cat in a mouse game for them. Can I get her? Pretty punishment. Getting all this attention from men, they get you, they dog you because of their internal insecurity. You don't even know what to do with a pretty broad.
First of all, they dogging you because you on there doing a naked slinky. You on beaches with your friends doing naked slinky. What do you mean they get you, then they dog you? As if, I mean, come on. You are playing yourself, okay? Check like engine on. Like real talk. It says fake, pretty, counter privilege. Yeah, anything for attention, right? And to see, these be the ones that after you talk to them, you date them, you do something with them, and you go out with them, you probably after the belt buckle, you probably ain't thinking about them no more. And then this is probably what her and her friends say. They probably like, girl, but you just too pretty. If you was a regular looking woman, come on now. I know y'all lying.
Half the time. And I'm not saying all men, but that's some of the pretty punishments of it. Pretty privilege. You have access to all these friends, these networks, these groups. Pretty punishment. Are you my real friend? Do you really like me? Do you really care about me? Or do you just like the pretty benefits that comes with me?
Yes, of course. They looking at you. Yeah, think about it. All your pictures to the back. Classy said majority of these pretty women with their attitude are a throwaway. Yeah, we looking like, come on. Come on now. Like, come on. Like, this is crazy to me. It says a black man will always respect a real woman's respectively. It says it says always morals. Support go a long way. Like, why do y'all come out here doing this? Okay. Y'all they're doing the naked limbo. And y'all always on vacation by yourself. Always on vacation by yourself. That little passport. I'll tell you, the talk of passport is our demise for real. Okay, it is our demise. It says you have access to, but only 1% of you, of course. Like, right? She sound like she a fight hard. You already know, super masculine, right? And then you wonder. All the pictures. And see, then you be mad when the men reach out to you. These men reach out to you, then you be like, well, he must don't want to talk to me because I'm too educated, I'm too pretty. Has nothing to do with that. Stop lying.
My episode is dropped about a whole phase and if it's necessary. A part of me feels like a whole phase is very much necessary. Then the other part of me feels like a whole phase is not necessary.
A very small part of her feels like it's not necessary. She definitely feels like it's necessary. Even how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Like, he get a hold of your page and you on there doing
okay, y'all. Now I'm triggered.
Like, come on now. Nonsense, right? Like super, like just nonsense. It just goes to show that they will blame it on anything. And I mean anything.
I know normally don't respond to videos, but then I ran into this.
In a woman, she was sweet, she was bubbly, she was gorgeous, she was natural.
Okay, and what we not gonna do is try to make it seem like women circle back when they're at their worst instead of their prime, because let's not mention that our bodies go through transitions because we gave you babies, but let's just keep it simple. Here's my problem. You're gonna say most women will be mad. Of course we will be mad. You talk about Kevin Samuels, and no, I'm not gonna say that I wish death upon anyone, because I don't wish death upon no one. But it's kind of death sentencing when you scar a woman for her change in her body or her eldiness, or however you want to pronounce it. Is that a proper word? I'm not really sure.
No.
However, Kevin Samuels is known for basically cruelty and harsh truth. Let's get into it. If you want to talk about accountability, let's not get on Corey, okay? Let's not get on Corey, who was met at a bus stop, okay, by a marvelous twin who was already successful, and saying all the things he...
There's been a lot of women picked up at the bus stop by a lot of men. But you see what I'm saying? I don't even know I don't even know how true that is about her meeting him at the bus stop. Like, women took that and ran with that. They was like, she met him at the bus stop anyway. So they know most actors and actresses are at the bus stop. Let's start there. And you got the nerve to talk about Vivica, talking about don't talk about her because she elderly. But wasn't Vivica the Fox the one that was saying she was glad that Kevin was gone, and how she wouldn't talk to a man unless he could do this and do that? Come on now.
Regret because now he's like this. Okay, if you want to talk about accountability, let's talk about accountability with men. Men, you destroy women when they're at their prime. That's what you do. You don't see them when they're beautiful like this. So don't say, oh, this is when we want you. This is when we want to wife you. This is when we're going to love you. No, no, no. This is when you used us. This is when you abused us. And this is when you shame us. Let's talk facts.
Side chick. Mika says.
So here we go, right? Like, this is crazy. You gonna talk about lady, I don't pay attention to women with blue bangs anyway, okay? Like, yeah, like, come on. Karma is already here. It's in reality. For a lot of modern women, it just is. So I don't know, now that the women, like he ain't even here no more. They still mad. Like, what are you still mad about? Said nobody destroyed Vivica. She did that. She did that to herself. But no, remember, she had pretty privilege. I'm gonna give you all the reasons, right? They say she had pretty privilege. There wasn't enough men. Only men was left was ugly men. This is what they say. Come on, this is crazy to me.
Is that a proper word? I'm not really sure. However, Kevin Samuels is known for basically cruelty and harsh truth.
He was known for being truthful, for being honest, talking about the uncomfortable truth that y'all didn't want to hear. It didn't become a problem until the men start talking about it. The men been holding that in for years. Like, men probably always wanted to say the things they wanted to say. Okay, I think with social media and more people got to talking about different things, it made men more comfortable. They always thought it. They never was looking for women that was 300 pounds. They never wanted women to have a lot of attitude. They did not like you just doing whatever you wanted to do, being combative. Come on now. This is not, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Like, making up any reasons.
Into it. If you want to talk about accountability, let's not get on Corey, okay?
And he asked.
Hold up. I'm over her. Let's go into
the rumors.
Here's another very challenging question, but I have to ask you. I just have to ask you. Have you and Anton ever had sex?
Anton reached out to me.
Sure.
And he asked.
Well, let me ask you this, just for clarity for the public. When you say he reached out to you, so if you're a consumer of his work, how does he know to reach out to you?
He doesn't know to reach out to me.
So how?
It just happens that, well, I watch a lot of people.
Sure.
Online, but it just happens that he emailed me. I have my email up on my Instagram. I have it up on my
Yeah, but that's what
YouTube.
I'm asking. How did he know? How did he establish connection with you to know to email you?
Well, from what he told me, somebody sent him.
Now, before I go into this, I cut this video up because it was such a long video. So I cut up what I wanted to talk about for like the 10 minutes that I have this plan in and out. And I will say this. I wouldn't have went on that show. This man is a good interviewer. Okay. This is like the doppelganger for Travis Smiley. I think his channel is called Talk Perspective. I like him.
My work. When I got the email, I already knew who Anton Daniels was because I'm watching Anton Daniels.
It isn't really a targeted subject, if you will.
Nope.
It was just, I want to have you on and I want to interview you about whatever comes to mind or whatever he is interested in talking about.
Correct.
Some people would say that's a cake bake. Do you feel it was?
What's a cake bake?
A cake bake is when I have a sort of a hidden agenda, if you will, for reaching out to a specific person, sort of making you believe that it's one thing and it could be something else. I may have insidious characteristics. And then once I'm able to lure you in, if you will, I sort of cake bake that situation, meaning that now I have your attention and I have you a part of my space, if you will.
Well, I've never heard of that, but I mean,
that's why
there could be people that can, but I can tell you right now, Anton was always like straight on for it, professional. Like there was really
no. I'm not questioning his character.
I'm just saying like there's nothing really that would fit into what you were, what you're describing. Yeah.
So to you, based on my definition of cake bake, inviting you to come onto the show to have a conversation about no particular topic, or at least a topic that he would serve as a prowess, did not feel like a cake.
For me, I'm only on Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay. So Thursdays and Fridays, you make a good amount of money just for Thursdays and Fridays?
Correct.
Yeah. Let's get to the meat and
she said that he paid her, what was it, from $2,000 to $3,500 a month, I think she said.
Potatoes of what's been out there. So I understand that Anton is married. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're married.
Correct.
Correct. Have you met Anton's wife?
Yes.
How would you describe her?
She's when I say probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, that lady is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah. And has Anton met your husband?
In person, absolutely not.
He has not met him in person. Has he met him over the phone or in DM? What other form of introduction when you say not in person?
Because a lot of people assume that, when you have to see people, it has to be in person, or that if you don't meet them in person, then it's something or whatever. So
no, so I'm saying, what's the form of communication? That he met your husband?
they don't have a form of communication where they talk.
Girl, he never met him. Why was that so hard? And you're right. It could be a clout thing, right? Even the Corey Holcomb and the Anton Daniels thing could be a whole setup. We don't know, right? But I mean, good Lord. Answer the question.
Back and forth.
Yeah, but you said he did not meet your husband in person.
No.
Is that to imply that he met him virtually?
No.
So he's never met your husband?
No.
And why is that?
No particular reason.
Sure.
Just I've never had to actually do anything where my husband was there, and so if he's there, like if my like when we work together, is here, so my husband's come here. But if
when we first met and worked together,
we were in person as well.
Your husband came.
Yeah, but we were here. We were here in the DC area. Yes, my husband came.
Yes.
So again, if he was here, then yes. But most of my business dealings, and if not all, I usually have a manager or somebody else deal with that. So that's the reason why it's not a thing. But I talked to my husband about it.
How long have you and Anton been business partners or friends?
We're business partners. And
so you're not a friend, because I don't want to provide language that's inaccurate.
That's why I changed it.
Yeah.
We're business partners, absolutely.
You're not friends?
No.
Okay. Do you believe it was important at some point for you to introduce your husband to Anton?
One time that I would have is when we had an event here, but he had to work. So, I mean.
But have you made it a concerted effort to make it happen? We do what we want to do, when we want to do it, for whom we want to do it for. And if something is really important to you and your family, either on your end as a wife, you absolutely make a concerted effort for this man, or
go ahead.
Or Anton as a man says, I want to meet your husband just because you're married, and I don't want any messaging or anything else to be misconstrued by him or the public. So it's fair that I introduce myself. Has that conversation happened?
No.
Look, he is fast and quick, and he is not playing around in traffic, okay? He is He is coming with them questions, okay? I do believe, even as an influencer, podcaster, when you are traveling, you are married, I do believe that you should be moving and people should be able to meet your husband. I do believe that, especially if you doing overnights and different things like that.
That conversation has not happened. Everything that I do, every place that I go, everything that I'm going to be doing, my husband knows. And I have to actually talk about it with him, tell him what I'm doing, things like that.
How did you reassure your husband this was strictly business? Like if my wife is flying to another state,
because of
at some point I'm going, or I need to meet this person in person. And it doesn't matter to me if he's single or married. It doesn't matter to me if he feels that he wants to meet me. I want my wife to be very committed and loyal to the idea of her business engagements I should be comfortable with as a husband. To the picture. Okay. Tell us about this. How did this happen?
So this was the day that we did the interview. So as you...
The show did an interview or just you and him?
Look at that picture, okay? He said, tell me about this. Come on now, he's not playing, okay? Thank you, Travis. Hit the like button, guys. It says, so you bought the bottle at 10 p.m.? You know you effed up. Yeah, it definitely is that situation right now, right? Thank you for the $2 super chat, baby. Hit that like button, guys.
This was my interview day.
The first day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So this is my interview day because you can go and you can see the outfits, the same outfit, same everything. Now, what he is doing here is he had already a business meeting set up there. So there is...
That's what he told you,
no,
correct?
That's what happened.
No, I'm not saying that's what he told you as if that was a cake bake. He told you he had a business meeting and you were invited.
No.
Okay.
So again...
He said cake bake.
Back there, probably like on the first level there is an area where if you have, your high roller seats and things like that, you, I don't know what they call it there in Detroit, but here in DC, they call it maybe the Ultra Club and things like that. Where all
what do y'all think, chat?
The people that have club seats, things like that. Yeah. You have, of course, conference rooms, other things up there. And back there is where he had his meetings. He met a couple of high profile people. They were talking about sponsorships. They were talking about interviews, a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. I still don't think you answered the question. What I'm trying to
ask, what was I doing there?
How did, because I said he had a business meeting and invited you and you said no. So you didn't fall out the sky. They didn't open up the dome and you came down on a harness into the meeting. So what I'm saying is
hold on. Ask your actual question.
So this is what I'm saying.
Look, she getting mad.
Interview is over. The one-on-one interview is over, correct?
Correct.
What does the conversation sound like to invite you to come here?
Okay.
Because I said you were invited and you said no.
Okay. So no, that's not what I said. But
we're going to play it back.
Nevertheless, so again, he had business meetings there, and he said, well, I got a couple meetings at the game, and these people I think will be good for you to meet.
Okay, so if I'm looking at this picture, are you all on the floor at a basketball game?
Correct, that's the floor.
Okay, at a basketball game.
Correct.
So you went to a basketball game. Did you watch the game?
No, this picture right here, we probably sat on this court maybe 10 minutes.
Oh,
we
I see.
In the back.
So a meeting and then y'all just went on the floor to take a picture?
No, we just went on the floor and we sat there maybe 10 minutes.
In that moment.
So that means you watched the game, right? I mean, why not just answer the questions?
Did you feel awkward?
No, because I was there for a meeting.
But you had nothing to do with the meeting, right?
Let me finish.
Sure.
I was there for a meeting.
Here's the difference, and you know this because we work together.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to how critical it is for the male that you're working with, particularly when it's sort of independent and we are being seen and these sort of pictures come about. It's important to meet and know your husband. And I'm not saying he isn't a man of character because I don't know Anton. And I'm not here to vilify him. I'm just going based off how things look and what the concerns have been in the public.
I understand, but that's why I don't mind. That's why I don't mind talking about it, because there's nothing nefarious that I ever had going on. And again, I never do anything unless my husband knows.
So your husband knew that you were going to this business meeting?
My husband knew that I was where I was.
No, let's be very clear with language.
He ain't playing around. He is karate chopping this interview, okay? He is serious. He said, does your husband know that you was going to be there or not? I will say this, of course, your husband is going to offer insight, right? He's going to, he is. He's going to offer you structure. He's going to make sure everything is cool. I mean, that's what men do.
So I want to be clear with my question.
Okay.
Did your husband know that after the show, the interview was over, you were going to a basketball, not a basketball, you were going to a meeting at an arena where a basketball game was?
I don't remember if I told him before or after, but I did tell my husband. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you told him. But
of course.
When you say you don't remember
meaning
before
like,
or after,
meaning like,
is it fair to say you told him after?
No, it's not fair.
Because how do you not remember that?
Because I don't remember everything about the day.
No, but you're a married woman who goes, and I want to be fair to you, but I want us
because to me, everything that I'm doing is business. So again,
but a married woman doesn't forget if she told her husband she went somewhere before or after.
No, you're trying to pinpoint a time frame, and I'm telling you, I don't remember my time frame.
No, not a time frame.
I tell my husband everything. So yes, I did, and I posted this. This is my picture.
Yes.
So again, if I was trying to hide it, if I didn't want my husband to know it, I would have never posted.
So you think posting it makes you innocuous?
No, I'm telling you that I don't hide anything. I have nothing to hide. And so if I wanted to hide something from my spouse, I would have never posted.
Let's look at the next picture. I thought the next picture was really, really interesting. And in this next picture.
But wait, why are you leaving that one? Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving?
She is bothered.
Leaving that one.
What is there more you want to expound?
No, but okay. it's something that you want to expound on because
you said why I'm leaving that picture to go to the next one? Mm-hmm. Because I felt like you gave clarity. What I heard you say was it wasn't a basketball game I was invited to. Correct. I was invited to a business meeting.
Correct.
I heard you say I went for an interview, and after the interview I was asked and I accepted the offer.
Okay.
I heard you say that I apprised my husband, or you told your husband this is where you were going. You couldn't remember if it was before or after, but either way, your husband knew. And the final thing you said was, you posted the picture.
Correct.
I have nothing further. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Next picture. I was flabbergasted by this picture.
Okay, tell me why.
Because there's no way
she should have knew when he said I have nothing more. when he ended that, she should have knew he had something else. Look at that. That's like a cozy picture. She's a pretty woman. As somebody's husband, I mean, that's a lot of stuff going on, right, Anthony? But Classy said he is pitching to her like a 90 miles per hour fastball, like definitely all day long.
My wife would be physically touching, leaning on a married man, leaning on a single man, leaning on another man in a way that suggests I'm feeling you, I like you. This is really some sort of.
Why do you think that says I'm feeling you?
Even if it doesn't say I'm feeling you, I don't want my wife.
Why do you think? Yeah. Why do you think that suggests that I'm feeling you? Because
okay, let's
hold on. The reason why I'm asking you is I have tons of pictures of our former co-hosts.
Yep.
With the same lean everything.
But here's the difference.
Hold on.
Yes.
And that person is also a male. All right. And we have a working relationship and it's the same exact type of picture.
But here's the disrespect. This is a married man that you are physically leaning into.
I'm not leaning into.
That to me.
I'm not leaning into.
To me,
there's space there.
Here's my perspective of it. There's a gap between it, but I'm looking at how you have a smile on your face. This is just my perspective. Your eyes look seductive, just my perspective. And your arm is relaxed on his upper shoulder.
Correct.
And I would never imagine a married woman leaning on a business male partner that way. That to me is inappropriate. Okay. That's if you were my wife, I would have a serious problem. My problem would be so serious, you would have to probably extinguish your contract with him.
Okay.
He said you would have to end that contract, okay?
Just because, and I will also feel a little uncomfortable that this gentleman obviously did not either push you away or suggest that we shouldn't take this type of picture. I've never met your husband. I fly you out here once or twice. This is this may not be the first time. So which point was this? Not that it matters if it was the third time, the fourth time.
This is the second time.
Oh, goodness. The second time?
This is the second time I'm out there. Not the second time I'm dealing with Anton.
Okay, so what's and it doesn't matter to me, but what's that gap between the first time you're there, he takes you to a business meeting at a basketball game, and you guys are sitting on the floor like you are
That we're working
a couple.
together? And it's not like that.
Well, that's not working
No,
together.
go back to what you just said.
Hold on, is that working together?
No, go back to what you just said.
Which part?
It's not that, no, you said a couple.
Well, pick one.
No, you said sitting on the floor like you are a couple.
Yeah, listen.
He said, it looks like y'all a couple, okay? I will say this, right? The point that she does get flown out, right? She says that it's work. I mean, but you're a married woman. You're a married woman, right? I definitely think when you are working that close to another man, I think that your husband does have to be present in certain situations. And I think when you are spending the night, you ain't shooting a movie. I mean, it is looking a little suspect, right? And this is where optics are going to come in at, right? Because a lot of she's saying nothing's going on, and this is a nice looking woman. This is a nice looking woman. So I don't know all what's going on. I don't want to speculate, but all I'm saying is it does look a little crazy. And as a wife, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying, I wouldn't.
I'm not.
But you're
Mika.
you're interjecting your own thoughts, especially.
I'm giving you my perspective.
But your perspective is after I told you. So to put something else there.
Okay, I see. That's fair. Okay, so but I think that's a fair point. I don't want to spin it. What I want to say is messaging. Imagery is critical because imagery is messaging.
Correct.
And a lot of times on the Jumbotron at a game, we often see couples, whether you're high up or you're on the floor. A lot of times when people are on the floor, you see.
Do you sit at the game?
Do I sit at the game?
Correct.
Yes.
Do you sit at the game on the floor?
I have.
No. Do you all the time?
No.
Okay. All right. So who have you met at these games on the floor?
It doesn't matter, right? The point of the whole situation of my clip that I was showing, and this podcast is called Talk Perspective. Very, very good interviewer. Go check them out, guys. It says, Chuck said she acts single and should be released to the streets. The real book said very suspect. It definitely is, right? And she's a very pretty woman, okay? All I'm saying is her sitting around somebody late at night, I don't know where they all going for, and you sitting at the game. She talking about you were at the game, right? She said 10 minutes. She said it was 10 minutes. He said, did you watch the game? She was like, no, I don't think nobody's just gonna not watch the game. They got floor seats. I don't know which game they went to go see, but it definitely is suspect, I don't see nothing wrong with her and her husband in her business, as far as even when he asked him, he was like, did your husband know? She's like, I don't remember. I think you would remember that, right? I think you definitely would remember that. It says Anton was like, hey Rita, here go 100K. Let me keep her. Look, okay, man. And supposedly she's she's not dealing with Anton no more as far as business wise, So who knows? My thing is, if nothing is happening and y'all good and nothing happened, why can't y'all keep doing business, right? If it's nothing going on, right? I don't understand when it comes to her going around and she's staying with him and whatever. She said she had her own room. The part that I was confused about, she didn't understand why he was saying, like, pretty much he was saying it was disrespectful. And she really did not understand that, right? And even as I know makeup artists, when they travel out of town and they're dealing with male clients and stuff, like, yeah, they're most likely they're gonna take their husband, right? Because if something is going on funny, most guys want to do certain things funny around your husband. They just won't. They're gonna have some type of bounds, some type of boundaries, right? So all I'm saying is, if it is nothing, if it was nothing going on, that is gonna look a little suspect. And looking at the chat and looking at what everybody is talking about, her coming on here, I don't think it made anything better. Great interview though. That interview was like maybe like an hour and 10 minutes or something. It was a very long interview. It was a very, very long interview. And Travis said she don't seem disgusted being perceived as the side chick. She doesn't. But to tell you what, she was taking big gulps of water. Hit the like button, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps out my algorithm. If you're just coming in, hit that like button. I will say it does not look good. I mean, hopefully her and her husband can really stay together. I've never looked at her channel, so I don't even know what her channel is about. I know she said that she's a conservative, so I'm guessing she talks about similar stuff that Anton talks about. Is anybody familiar with her channel? That's what I'm guessing, but I'm not for sure if that's what all she talks about. Yeah, of course, everything you do in the light always. Everything you do in the dark always comes out, right? So let's just say she was doing anything, right? Okay, so she talks politics, classy, huh? Okay. Well, this interview did not help. If this interview was to explain that her and Anton wasn't messing around, I don't think it helped. I don't think it helped. I don't. So so if I don't know. It says, let me read this one real quick. It says, and the prettiest chicks will do something strange for some change. Big ballers, female nature. Well, think about it. I mean, she's about to be out $2,000. She says she gets anywhere from $2,000 to $3,500 a month for her coming up on his show. I think she said she does either 1 or 2 nights a week. That's some pretty good money in this economy, shoe. So she about to be missing that. So somebody had a problem with it. I don't know if her husband was like, you better you quit that. I don't know if husband was like, you're not about to be working there. You might as well go on and you count your last day. That is not going down. Because I mean, she said she ain't going back. So I don't know. I mean, if ain't nothing going on, like why can't you go back? If you ain't doing nothing, why? I mean, I'm just saying, why not go back? If nothing's going on. So I don't know. I mean, I just wouldn't. I mean, she should just play the fifth. She shouldn't went on there. If anything, the questions that that the doppelganger of Travis Smiley was asking her, it made it look worse. So yeah, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have went on there at all. At all.
So my question is, why?
Somebody asked me to review another Kevin Samuels video. I said, why not?
Why is it that you feel that there's no hope for us at 44, no kids?
Are you married? Were you ever married?
I was married.
Any children?
No children.
How long were you married?
I was married for 9 years.
Okay. Then you guys chose not to have any kids or what?
No, we tried.
Okay. Leave it there. And y'all got divorced. Why?
Because of the massive trying and not happening, and went down a slippery slope. I went through a depression, and
okay. So who filed?
I filed.
On grounds of what?
I felt I wasn't worthy.
You felt you were not worthy? How long ago was your divorce?
What?
About 10 years ago.
All right. So you're 44. That was 19 years of your life. You got married at 25? All right. You haven't had a relationship in 10 years.
I did. I was engaged after.
And why didn't that proceed to marriage?
Because he enjoys having like a side woman. But again, back then I just felt like, it has to be perfect. And
well, that's okay. So you have.
And you know what? There's no relationship going to be perfect. And I think that's the lie that they sold all the women, though. A lot of women left somebody because somebody cheated. If you leave somebody because somebody cheated, I mean, look at Cardi B. She done left her husband for another cheater. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. If you don't think that your grandma, your grandpa, somebody probably cheated. I'm sorry. They probably did. Y'all might not like how I sound, but hey, it happens, okay?
Answered your own question. Why do I feel there's no hope? Because how many chances at bat do you ladies think you're going to get in life?
Correct.
You've been married. That's more than 75% of other black women can ever say. And you break that. Then you mess around and get another fiance. And it's not perfect. So you leave that.
But then I left that so that I can work on me.
That's the excuse you get. Okay, that's the Oprah excuse. I don't buy that shit.
Well, let me
explain why I don't buy. You asked me. Let me tell you why. Because why you could have worked on yourself in the context of a relationship. See, you black women have this all or none. You act like you can't do multiple things at one time.
Correct, you're right.
And then you ask, why do I feel like there's no hope? Well, if you spend most of your time breaking up in relationships and not working out stuff, you got more history of that. And especially at 44, that pattern's pretty well set.
Because they be thinking that somebody always there, as if they eating a bag of Skittles or M&Ms. Like they gonna just keep reaching the bag and there's gonna be some more left. And they always want the first draft pick. So as they get older, now they mad at all the first rounds. They gone. They gone. They married or they not trying to be bothered.
So it's not that there's no hope. It's just that it becomes infinitesimal.
But you did say that women and men should come correct. Get your shit together before you come into a relationship with someone else. So if you know that there's challenges that you're dealing with while you're single, not in a relationship, but while you're single.
Yeah, but yes, true. However, 40. You said you had a 9-year marriage that you divorced from, and you had a relationship that you left because he was cheating.
Yeah.
And you never cheated?
I have.
Exactly.
And look at that little smug face talking about she didn't cheated. So you left somebody for cheating, but this is what I be saying right here, right? So you've been leaving people because they cheating on you, and you a cheater. You a cheater. Come on now, make it make sense. And it's sad because there's so many women that are in their 50s right now, and they don't get a do-over. You don't keep getting do-overs, guys. You don't.
Because of the massive trying and not happening, and went down a slippery slope. I went through a depression. And
okay. So who filed?
I filed.
On grounds of what?
I felt I wasn't worthy.
You felt you were not worthy? How long ago was your divorce?
About 10 years ago.
All right. So you're 44. That was 19 years of your life. You got married at 25? All right. You haven't had a relationship in 10 years.
I did. I was engaged after.
And why didn't that proceed to marriage?
Because he enjoys having like a side woman. But again, back then I just felt like, it has to be perfect. And
well, that's okay. So you answered your own question. Why do I feel there's no hope? Because how many chances at bat do you ladies think you're going to get in life?
Correct.
You've been married. That's more than 75% of other black women can ever say. And you break that. Then you mess around and get another fiance. And it's not perfect. So you leave that.
But then I left that so that I can work on me.
That's the excuse you get. Okay, that's the Oprah excuse. I don't buy that shit.
Well, let me
explain why I don't buy. You asked me. Let me tell you why. Because why you could have worked on yourself in the context of a relationship. See, you black women have this all or none. You act like you can't do multiple things at one time.
Correct, you're right.
And then you ask, why do I feel like there's no hope? Well, if you spend most of your time breaking up in relationships and not working out stuff, you got more history of that. And especially at 44, that pattern's pretty well set. So it's not that there's no hope. It's just that it becomes infinitesimal.
But you did say that women and men should come correct. Get your shit together before you come into a relationship with someone else. So if you know that there's challenges that you're dealing with while you're single, not in a relationship, but while you're single.
Yeah, but yes, true. However, 40. You said you had a 9-year marriage that you divorced from, and you had a relationship that you left because he was cheating.
Yeah.
And you never cheated?
I have.
Exactly. And how long ago did that end?
About maybe 7 years ago.
And what have you been doing since then?
Well, that's when I started working on myself.
But see, that's what I don't understand. 7 years, man. I'm not 37 or 44. Jesus Christ, how long are y'all supposed to French toast work? The women your age tend to want. Are you what the men you want?
I believe so.
Okay. Children are off the table. What do you need? What do you need from a man financially?
For him to hold it down.
What does that mean?
Here
So
we
what
go.
that means is, as a woman, and
Put a dollar value on it. Don't give me the yearbook answer.
At least a minimum of 6 figures. Minimum.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
I laugh, man, because I'm trying to keep it light. But the next question I'm going to ask is, how tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Dress size.
It's a small.
What is that?
You said, what is that?
Yeah.
That's size 2.
Okay, but even if you're 44, the dress size 2, a man who is at least your age or older, earning $100,000, what do you think he wants from a woman?
Well,
Children.
Of course.
And barring that, if he's not going to give a woman his children, he's going to get a woman with, let's just put it this way, less damage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care if he's black or not?
I do care if he's black.
So what percentage of black men earns 6 figures or more?
It's a small percentage.
What percentage is that?
About 5-10%.
Right. And you got to ask a very hardcore question. 9 out of 10 men are not good enough for you. What in the blue blazes are you bringing to the table to make you the better choice out of all of those women that want that 10% of men?
Well, the fact that I know what it takes, more now than before, about holding the man down in reference to being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You done left 2 of them. What she know what it takes to hold them. You done left 2 of them.
Now you want to compete against a 27-year-old who knows all that from the rip.
That's if they know all that. A lot of the 27 years old don't.
Yeah, but again, you just see what older women tend to do. You tend to paint yourself the best case scenario that younger women are like I was, and they're not.
But it's not. It's holding it down. Is be able to be his partner in a sense, as far as men really want a woman that knows how to communicate, compromise, be able to know how to cook, clean, have fun, travel, be a partner, be his supporter.
How many men do you know earn the kind of money you're talking about?
I know quite a few because of my environment.
All right.
And they don't want you. And this is the thing, right? A lot of women always say they always know these men, right? They be like, I know all these men. They be like, my brother make money. The guy upstairs live up, he make this money. I'll work around these men. They don't want you. They don't want you. They don't. I'm pretty sure if they are single, a lot of times, a lot of y'all done dragging through the mud. They tired. They tired and they dirty. and now they didn't clean themselves off. They're not trying to get dirty again.
Most men are not looking for a woman to be a partner.
Exactly.
They're looking for a helpmeet. They're not looking for somebody to travel with. Man, what you described is what many women are looking for. Men that I know have always known this area don't say the things you said.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for fit, feminine, friendly, yes, cooperative, submissive, feminine skills, those kind of things. But they're also looking for somebody who, for lack of a better word, is teachable, is trainable. A woman is going to have to be tailored to you. And at 44, there's not much tailoring. It's, I know how to do this.
Not true. Even to this day, I'm always willing to learn.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then we should see worldwide men in the top 10% of earnings choosing to marry women in their latter years versus their earlier years. Is that what we see?
Not real. Not a lot of it.
You don't see it. You do not see that. So, I mean, that's the thing, right? Women always go, anything can happen. There's somebody for everybody. No, it's not. No, it's not. We need to quit lying to these ladies and telling them, oh, somebody gonna come get you. God gonna send you somebody. He gonna send you somebody, even though that you stay in the house all the time, and even though that your face is all scrunched up, even though that you don't even present yourself in a healthy way. Somebody's gonna come. And women really honestly think somebody's gonna come and they're gonna be like, here's all my bills. Here's all my bills and all my problems and issues. and I'm just gonna be a woman. Okay, so that's why when they be like, well, what's your flaws? They don't have none. They don't have any flaws. Not in their mind. They honestly really don't, because they probably sit around a whole bunch of women. All they do is sit around a whole bunch of women. So think about it. Women only gonna tell women what they want to hear. So that's why I really honestly think that they don't think they have any flaws. And look at her, she's sitting there. She look like she's hard to deal with. She like she is hard to deal with.
What does that tell you?
Still exists.
It does.
I don't know why you guys keep going back to that. It does exist. See, what you have yet to do is say that $100,000 is ridiculous. You effectively, I mean, no disrespect, man, but I don't understand how you ladies come through here and automatically think you have what it takes to remove 90% of men. What do you bring to the table that's so special? Well, you can automatically demand the top 10% of men. Because basically, you're looking at the other 90% of men and say you're not good enough off the rip just because of your money. So I accept that. Yes, I accept that. And I'm just as harsh with women. If women are going to come in and say he needs to make like 6 figures, I'm going to say I accept it. Then you're going to have to tell me what the French toast you're doing to negate 90% of men, because you're telling them that they're not good enough. So it's about time the women have to hear.
That's not true. I never said that they weren't good enough. You just said what I would like.
Okay, I'm not trying to play semantics, man. I said what you said he needs to rank at least 6 figures.
High. However, you could meet somewhere down in the middle if you don't get it.
No. I'm telling you right now. These women who want these men to make 6 figures or better, right? And say they don't get it, and say they do meet somebody and he makes $50,000-$60,000 or below. You don't want to be nobody's doormat, okay? You ain't about to be knifing me if I was a man because you mad. And these women actually really think in their mind. I don't care if they 60. I didn't heard them. I didn't see the podcast. I didn't see them on TikTok. They will sit there and think to themselves, I could have been with this. No, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. Jim was what you had to work with. and a lot of times women honestly really think that they are missing something. And this is why you got women. That's why they be divorcing and stuff when they 52. I'm telling you, they think they could have did better, but they're not realizing who they are. They're not. They're not. Women are more context. Men are more factual. Like women will be like, well, I mean, to whatever they think they are. They feel like if they think they're Beyonce, they feel like they're Beyonce. They don't feel like they're missing anything. So they really honestly feel there's going to be somebody else. Do you know how many women I know that got divorced? And I'm talking about they might left their husband for something like, oh, he don't like to go a lot of places. And they be like, I want to go travel the world, even though they ain't got enough money to travel the world. I want to travel the world. And they end up being somebody's side chick for the rest of their life for multiple men. And you didn't left Roger who really loved you. And Roger, most likely, if he like being married, he gonna be married within a year. I didn't see it. Okay. A lot of times the women, they don't be remarried. They don't remarry. First of all, y'all mad. So nobody wants to go on a date with y'all and hear about your battle wounds and your war stories about your ex. And you got a man, you better you better stay with him. You better stay with him. And then even this whole little 50-50 debate. Even like nobody has money like that just to take care of you. Nobody on your bracket, the level you're supposed to be at, okay? And I don't think people understand that. And this is why they honestly really do think that Chad or Brad is coming to save him. And he's not. Like, it doesn't make sense. Do y'all really want to show a new person all your new moles and your stretch marks and do you really feel like showing somebody you don't know all that? I wouldn't feel like going. I would not feel like going to do that. And even the traveling thing. Some men don't travel. I know tons of marriages where the men don't travel, okay? They just don't. Like, why is that y'all's all be all? Like, that's why I said that passport is trouble. When as soon as they start talking about if he ain't got no passport, even on dating shows, that's all you hear. He got no passport. So what if he ain't got a passport? How's that man's character? Like, that should be the first thing instead of how many people got bad character and they got a passport? I'm just saying, there are tons of people. Like, it is wild to me when I do hear people say, like, that they ain't got no passport. Y'all gonna need to get off of that. I'm gonna need y'all to click off of social media. Click off of social media and get to the nitty-gritty, okay? Because this is not where it's at. And she talking about she's ready to learn. That face don't look like it's ready to learn. All right. You left somebody because they cheated. I just want the women that's on it right now who don't like who do not like this live, but they watch. I want y'all to understand something. You leave your husband and because he cheated, and you go out here and get somebody else, and they cheat. You just gonna keep leaving everybody because they cheat? And I ain't talking about serial cheaters. I mean, you're gonna be leaving everybody, especially when you got kids. When you got kids, it ain't just about you no more. You know what I mean? You can't go in the house and disturb the house. And a lot of y'all women cheat. And let's not talk about when y'all cheat, because when y'all cheat, y'all want to pack up and leave. Y'all really think about leaving. All these years, he didn't see all your ugly parts. You go out here, you get your little boyfriend, little boy toy, get your little gas station behavior, and y'all want to bounce. See, men don't do that. They don't. Men normally don't do that. There are some do it. Most of them, they will stay. Most men don't. They don't have no. They're not even thinking about leaving. I don't care even they do cheat. They ain't trying to leave. He not good leaving with Shamika. Look, Roger got his golf clubs in the garage. He got his record set downstairs. He is not trying to pack that up for no cat. Okay. But on the other hand, women, when y'all get somebody just look at y'all, and y'all will be like, my husband disgusts me. Y'all be like, he just, and it's so crazy too. Let me add this in here because this is what y'all do too. You get mad at the man for being who he always was. Whatever he was. If he was a mechanic, he always been a mechanic. Now you didn't got pushed up in the world. You didn't made $5 more over an hour, and now he's sorry. Now he ain't got no ambition inside of your head. Now he's stuck in the place. Even though that's who he was when you met him. And that's the thing. Y'all will leave somebody for somebody staying the exact same way they are. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Y'all pack it up. Y'all be like, I promise you. Shout out to Roger for real. There's a lot of Rogers in this world, okay? And this is why when women always talk about such a patriarchy, no. Basically, we talking about black people. Matriarchy all day long. Y'all ruling households. Y'all ruling social media. Y'all setting the standards, even as bad or good, is being set. I don't understand how y'all keep saying that. I honestly don't. Like, I really don't. You know how many women I know that are in their 60s and they was married and they might have had 1 or 2 marriages, and I know a lot of them. And now that they're in their 60s, they're single, and they on their whole struggle right now. And they really think to themselves like, that I could have stuck it in there. But you know what? They had leverage. They were cute. Some was beautiful. Some wasn't. But they got the stares, they got the looks, and they thought off of that. This is how this is gonna be for the rest of my life. No, it's not. It's not gonna be like that for the rest of your life at all. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Like, it is not. And I promise you, and this is where we're at with this, right? Who do you think you're gonna meet and you 60? That's even say 50, even 40s. All that. There's somebody for everybody. I don't know who made that line up. That's not true. There's not somebody for everybody. There's not. I mean, there's not. It doesn't happen like that. Y'all blame it on God. Y'all be like, well, God gonna send me somebody. You already had Roger, but you got rid of Roger. Like, I don't like that. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of Rogers that make more money than a lot of women. If they left y'all when they made more money than y'all would be sick. But y'all definitely do it. Y'all definitely do it to the men. I didn't see it. I didn't see women get raises. I didn't see women change positions, get better jobs, especially in the 90s, early 2000s. I didn't see it. And now look, Look what's happening right now. Look what's happening with the job market. I mean, I don't care what you say. 2 incomes is always better than 1. It just is. So I'm telling y'all, like a lot of women, y'all stepped on these men's head and looked at them. Y'all called them dusty, broken, this and that, right? I'm gonna tell you one thing. Y'all gonna be looking for a mechanic. Y'all gonna be looking for the postal worker by the time this season is over with, okay? Some of y'all won't, because some of y'all gonna just delete yourself on that hill. Y'all will never get off that hill. And y'all know I'm telling the truth.
Little to no hope for women who are 44 years old wanting a black man in the top 8% of black men. Because honestly, your competition is too stiff with just black women. That doesn't even include the other women. So my question is, why is a man making $50,000 not enough? So your standard is high. So you like to set your asking price high. Okay, then is your value on the same market, is it high?
I mean, I don't think it's that high.
You don't think it's... So I want to be clear. You're saying your asking price is higher than what you think your value is.
Yeah, I don't think what I'm asking for is a lot.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. She doesn't realize you're asking for something that's not going to come. It doesn't matter if you want it. I could want a $200,000 job. What am I doing to get that? Who am I to get that? If I don't qualify for that job. The same thing goes in the dating market. And this is what I don't understand about a lot of women. And this is why I recap and play some of these videos sometimes. I want y'all to hear from women's perspective, right? She doesn't understand. Even through this whole conversation that this man took with her, she didn't understand it. She was like, I don't think I'm asking for too much. And you are. You definitely are. Let me read some of these chats over here. The Real Book said a stepfather helped put the son through school. Later, the woman said she can't date a man that makes less than her son. Yep, I've seen that before. And she was probably with him, right? See what I'm saying? It happens all the time. Men love harder than women do. They do. I promise you they do. Men will stay in a relationship. I don't care if it's terrible. A lot of times, especially if they got kids, they not trying to leave their kids. They just not. They don't like a lot of change. That's why a lot of men eat the same sandwich every day. Eat the same sandwich every single day, okay? Travis said men used to date older women when most women were pleasant. In today's time, not not worth even finding out. Yeah, nobody's taking time out to see if you're pleasant or not. They're not about to roll the dice on that. You being pleasant should be a given. That should be something that you should just do. That's nothing that's not an extra. That's not the cheese on a hamburger. You should be pleasant by nature. That's why I heard women say, well, I was nice. You should be nice. Just like on Kevin's show. Remember, they used to always be like, well, I'm being respectful. You should be respectful. You shouldn't have another choice. You should not have another choice. And I'm telling you, like that's crazy to me, you know? And this is why where we're at. And this is why women now, as you're seeing, they're making tons and tons and tons of videos of why they don't have this. They make up reasons why they don't have nobody. Like, well, I don't have nobody because it was no men. Or I got pretty privilege. That's what they say. They be like, I was just too pretty. Or I'm too confident. That's another one they saying. Or their career is just doing so great. Men don't care about that. I've seen tons of men go with women that make more money than them. They have no problem with that. The problem comes from ladies a lot of times. Because y'all actually base what y'all make on y'all's relationship. And this is why when women get raises, I'm telling y'all, men, the women get raises, they young relationship with them, you better let them know you still the man. Thank you, Incredible Greens. I appreciate you, baby. Hit the like button, guys. Like, and that is so true. And this lady, like, and she doesn't believe it. She honestly thinks that she's on the same level as a 27-year-old. She honestly does. She thinks that she's right there on the same. You heard, because she's sitting there like, She like, I'm not asking, but if it's not mathing, if the math is not there, where are you going to find the people at? Like, I'm just saying, like, where are you gonna find the people at if they're not there? Like, and that's the part they don't understand. So when they talking about this man was mean, he was not mean, not at all. Yeah, she still lost. Thank you, Bronx. I appreciate the $2 super chat, baby. It says Anna is the realest one out here. Thank you, baby. You know, I just deal in reality, right? I just deal in reality. I look at what's going on around us. I'm looking at the women and what they're talking about, even the men, right? They even had a couple men on here. If somebody can find that video for me and send it to my email. These men was on here calling Kevin a fraud, talking about he don't know what he was talking about. Just all kind of craziness. You know, anything for clout, right? Which that does not help us, right? The things when it comes to what is it, feminization, that's ruining us as a society. That's not good. That's not good. There's nothing good coming from that. Even when you look at the world of psychology, but you got like 20% of men in that now. That's not good. It's not. You gotta think, and a lot of times women don't deal in reality. They just don't. Just like when a woman claims something happened, right? They don't care about the evidence. As long as she crying, the evidence out the door. As long as she crying, evidence does not matter no more. And that's not good. That's not good. We live in a world like that. That's not good. You can't live in a world where you want to run everything in a feminist way. It's going to collapse. And as you see, look what's happening. That's not good. I don't care what nobody say. And you gotta take your own little trauma out of it. You got to. It's not helping. It's not helping. Even a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you sit up there and you want to dog the fathers in front of the kids. Like, that's not going to help your kids, okay? At all. That's still the father, and you picked them. You picked them. So, you know what I mean? You can't be mad. I was just talking to somebody the other day. She was talking about her man. She wanted to leave him. I was like, well, that's how I always been. You're trying to leave something that's always been like that. Do you know how cruel that is? That's cruel. I don't care how you shake a stick at it. It's cruel. You haven't named one thing that man changed. I don't care if the man ain't got no ambition. He probably ain't never had no ambition. You know what I mean? But you was cool with him while you was down, while you felt like you was down there with him. But once you got up, now you like, nah, I don't feel like staying. Like, it's mean. And y'all tearing your kids up. Tearing your kids up. Yeah, this misery don't deserve company. You right about that. Says Anna, the example you just said with the raise just came up on tonight's conversation. A woman has a provider husband unhappy with him as she makes more. See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I see it all the time. Even as something as women can have weight loss. Women can lose a lot of weight. Yeah, how about this one? Women can lose a lot of weight and they start getting looks they never got before. And they want to be up out of there. They ain't never got them looks before. Even though that man was with you when you was 300 and 400 pounds. Now you ready to go. Now you ready to go. So and so when y'all talk about that patriarchy, no. Women definitely set the tone for the culture. They do. Like, I think y'all look at anything to hang on like a bar stool. Like, that's not true. And that's sad. Says women said, yeah, see? I'm telling you, they definitely does. Definitely do. Guys, hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. How many likes we got? Somebody put it in the chat. We got 50 people in here. How many people hitting that like button? Y'all in here for a reason. And of course, they always say, I'm not happy. If you looking for and sometimes it's just y'all. You know what's wild to me is when I hear women go, well, I've gained all this weight. You gained that weight. They ain't got no magic button where the man picked up something and touched you and just made a whole bunch of fat go in your body, you made yourself fall off. You didn't keep up yourself. Like, come, what part of that is your fault? Like, come on. Like, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy a lot of times in your life. Think about when your parents go. A lot of times our parents go before us. That's going to be a very unhappy moment. I don't care who it is. It just is. And if you only with somebody because their money or something like that, you're going to leave them as soon as it leaves. I'm telling you right now. Even your money too. Think about all the women. There's so many women that done left their man or something like that, and they ain't got their job no more. And that man would have stuck next to that woman. I didn't seen it. I didn't see men stick next to some of the most terrible women ever, just because they married to him and they got kids. I'm telling you, they will stick it out. Now they might go get them a girlfriend, but they gonna be in the house. Like I'm telling you, they will. Travis says, yeah, all these shallow dating standards are just making men reevaluate women. It's sadly going to make the dating market harsher for them. Crazy they don't see it. Well, they don't. What I just say, they only see what they want to hear. They don't want to see what's really in front of them. It could be raining outside. They're gonna be like, I ain't gonna get wet. Like it doesn't make sense. Y'all see what's happening. Even the height thing, I talk about this all the time. I was just talking to a group of women the other day, and they were talking about how they only want to date men that's 6'2" and up. And I looked at them. I said, how's that working for you? How's that working for y'all? And they just looked. I'm like, you looking for what, 13% of men? Like, so all the rest of the men, y'all don't care about. You ain't even looking. Like it doesn't make sense to me, especially when you see real tall women. You see women that's 5'10" and 5'11" talking about they want to be able to wear heels. You gonna wear them by yourself, okay? And one day them heels go off, okay? I ain't never seen 85-year-old women wearing heels. Not on the regular, okay? You're gonna have bunion surgery. That's what you're gonna have. Like it doesn't make sense. Hit the like button, guys. We got 40 people in here right now. We got 25 likes. If you on a phone, tap it up on the top. Hit that like button. It costs nothing to hit it. And subscribe. If you mess with me, subscribe. Like, and y'all you know what I'm saying. It says somebody said they gain weight dumper. Men even sit through that, especially a lot of black men. They will sit through women's weight. Ain't that crazy what I just said? A lot of black, they will sit through that weight, but let her lose a lot of weight, especially with that surgery. Oh, she's leaving. She got a backpack by the door. Says Anna, every obese lady has an outstanding woman up under all that fat. Yeah, but people don't realize. I will tell you what though, women are being honest and truthful with themselves when they be like, weight doesn't matter, and I like being this big. Talk to a woman who had that surgery and she lost all that weight. Have an honest conversation with that woman. That woman will tell you people look at her differently now. People see her in different ways she's never been looked at before. Promise you, it happens all the time. I'm just saying. Look, I've been there and stayed for two. I'm telling you, men are loyal. Men are more loyal than women. They just are. And when I mean that, I'm saying they will stay. They will sit in that house. I didn't see some men just like sit there, especially because of kids. They want to be able to raise their kids. They don't want no other man raising their kids. Nowadays, I don't even see a lot of people getting married, right? Especially with Generation Z. Generation Z. And they look like they on pain pills. They look like they on a pain pill IV drip. I don't know what they gonna do. They just gonna be real lost. Like for real. They don't get along with people. Everything irritates them. They don't know how to speak to people. They don't know how to communicate. Eye contact is jacked up. Like what we gonna do with them? People don't want to hire them. Talk to HR. HR tell you in a heartbeat. They do not mess with Gen Z like that. They think people own. Somebody owe you nothing. I'm just saying they don't. They owe you nothing. What up, baby? It says, I saw a video of a man who sacrificed breaking his bones in his legs to put steel rods in his. Oh, yeah. The guy that had the leg surgery. Yeah, to make him taller. Matter of fact, I might have to go over and review that and see how that man is doing. I'm going to see if I can get him on here. I just want to know how dating experience is going for him. But didn't he go from like, he went from like, what, 5'4" to like 5'9" or something like that? If I'm not mistaken. It says 6'2" and under. They looking at her for a free meal and a sponsor. Look, let me tell you something. Women gonna take 5'3" after when they get done with this winter. Okay. It says, yeah, as a 5'9", 5'10" man, when I hear a woman request height, I instantly withdraw any interest. Yeah, because it's childish. It's childish, and you know where her head is at, right? You know where her head is at. Like I asked that group of women not too long ago when I said, how's that working out for you? And they just look like it's not. It's such an immature thing to want. You 5'2", ma'am. Why you need somebody 6'4"? And I don't want to hear you talking about, they like, I need somebody to get in the cabinet. Get a step stool. Get a step stool. I'm just saying. Like, come on now. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's so shallow. It honestly is. Somebody said, ain't no point no more. And a lot of men do feel like that. A lot of men do feel like that. I will say, if you can find somebody, it is better if you can find somebody that has your back. Somebody's going to wipe your butt as you get older. Okay? Everybody ain't going to do that. Everybody ain't coming to the emergency room. And when it comes to those type things, anything can happen to any of us. I say this all the time. We healthy one day. Anything can happen tomorrow. So all that cuteness and all that, they tall and this and that, that is not a favorite thing. Like I said all the time, we all get ugly, okay? We all grow moles and different things, and you gotta dig deeper. You gotta dig deeper. If you don't, you're gonna be stuck. You are going to be stuck. What up, guys? Let me check something real quick before I get off of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm always in here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yeah, hit the like button. As always, baby, I'm always going to talk about logic for emotions every trip. Says Anna, he went from 5'6" to 6'2". Oh, he went that time. Ooh, I thought that's a painful surgery. Jeez. Ooh, that's. Look, Travis said you better cash in those chips before they expire. That's the leverage, right? That's the leverage that I talk about. You will lose it. Thank you, guys. Till next time, guys, please hit that like button.